How could a cat go from being chubby to slim? The secret was an ordinary bottle. All it took was a small opening and putting some cat food inside, which would increase the cat's activity level. After all, the cat had become a little overweight due to the man's excessive feeding. But as a new cat owner, the man didn't know what to do, so he asked his friend who worked at a pet store for help. The girl asked how the cat was fed, and the man showed her the cat's bowl with the food he had been giving. Seeing the full bowl, the girl was completely shocked. The greedy cat would never be satisfied, and even after just eating, it thought another meal was being served. The girl explained that the cat didn't need that much, and then showed the amount of food a normal cat would eat. But she also warned that dieting shouldn't be immediate. So, she taught the man to use the bottle to feed the cat. This way, the cat could lose weight while still enjoying playtime. After giving the man more tips on caring for cats, the girl quickly left. But she had forgotten her keys here, and the man wanted to return them right away. However, the cat smelled a familiar scent on the keys. It quickly placed its paw on the keys, but it got its paw stuck in a stuffed toy. The man had no choice but to pick up the cat and chase after the girl. But the girl used the cat to open the door first. She went off to find some scissors, but the man was too scared to go inside. At that moment, the cat smelled the familiar scent again and immediately jumped inside. The scent triggered the cat's memory. A little head appeared behind the cabinet. It was the lost brother of the cat. They immediately hugged each other affectionately. The brother explained that when the cats were hunting for food, he and his sister were attacked by crows. They got separated, but he met a very kind human along the way. Seeing her brother's guilty expression, the cat comforted him, telling him that just living and trying hard was great. Meanwhile, the man was stunned. Because of the way the cat and her brother were playing, it looked to him like the cat was bullying the strange kitten. He tripped over the entrance and called out, but only received the cat's indifference. The girl told him not to worry because she knew that this was how cats showed affection. She softly called out to the brother, and he immediately ran to her. The man was completely jealous. Why did the cat always go to her when she called? The girl asked the man if he called the cat often. Only then did the man realize that he never called the cat except when he was calling for food. For example, now, the cat thought he was calling it for food. It wasn't until the brother told her that humans call when they want to give hugs that she understood the meaning of the name. Curious, the cat walked over to the man. When she saw his delighted smile, she finally realized how much he loved her. The man liked the blue sweater because it was the color his mother had chosen for him. He was very shy and did not like to go out. His parents were his safe harbor. Since his parents' unexpected death, he had been even less willing to go out. Luckily, he met a cat. It was a cat with a smile that resembled his mother's. The arrival of the cat helped the man make many friends and gave him a lot of inspiration. He wrote a cat-themed mystery novel, but the sequel became a problem. The editor urged him to quickly write the next part while the momentum was still there, but it wasn't that easy. One day, while watering the plants, the neighbor told him that his mother had carefully chosen these flowers. She had hoped that her son could experience the beauty of the outside world even at home. That night, the man went to the garden again and saw an empty flower pot. It wasn't that the plant hadn't grown, it was that it had never been planted. It was the flower his mother had wanted to bring back from her last trip. So, for the first time, the man decided to travel to the small island his parents had never been able to reach. He asked a friend to take care of the cat and went to his destination. The hotel was one his mother had once booked. The clerk told him, using his last name, that the last time a reservation had been made, it was for a room for 3. The man then realized that, although he had always refused his parents' invitations, his mother had still left a place for him. He went to see how clothes were dyed blue and to see the things his mother had wanted to see. The next day, he was ready to leave with the flower seedlings, but due to the storm, all flights were cancelled. Meanwhile, the cat noticed that the man had not returned home all day. Looking at the heavy rain outside, the cat remembered how, when she was astray, she had lost her way during a storm. She thought the foolish man might be like that, so the cat ran out to look for the man. This worried everyone. The man, after getting off the train, learned of the situation and started desperately searching in the rain. He asked everyone he knew for help and even went back to the place where he first met the cat. The cat was also looking for the man, but the storm was still too dangerous for her. She was blown into a drain by the wind and got stuck, unable to escape. At that moment, the man's voice was heard, and the cat immediately called out to him. When the man saw the cat, he hurriedly reached out to save her but accidentally slipped and fell into the drain. Fortunately, the cat was fine. The man held her tightly, tears in his eyes. Others arrived and helped rescue both the man and the cat. To prevent the cat from getting sick, a girl gave her a bath. After drying her off, they all had dinner together. The next day, the man planted the flower seedlings. As for the sequel to the novel, the man now had an idea. The answer was family. Family had always been there for him, first his parents, now the cat. The cat focused on serving the dishes, but it hit its toe on the corner of the table. It held back the pain and placed the food properly. Then the girl accidentally stepped on the cat's tail. When she went to work, the cat got ready to hang clothes and became even angrier. The girl had put clothes with toilet paper in the washing machine. The cat had to wash them by hand again. But right after it finished drying them, heavy rain suddenly started. The heavy rain made the cat very worried about the girl's safety. A reporter even interviewed the girl. The cat immediately sat up straight. The girl had prepared an umbrella in advance and thanked her family for reminding her. When she came home, she found a super fancy dinner. It turned out the cat forgave her so easily. But there was only one thing that could drive the cat crazy: the girl trying to cook. Because she was terrible at life. The cat picked the easiest recipe: rice mixed with beaten egg. But the girl still felt it was hard because she did not know how to crack an egg. She crushed the egg with her hands, so the dish was full of eggshells. The cat had to pick them out. Now there was only one step left: adding soy sauce. But when the girl happily poured soy sauce, the cat screamed. Now it had become egg soy sauce porridge. This was originally just an ordinary stray cat, until it met a genius inventor girl. The robot told her that it wouldn't help take care of the cat. But while they were talking, the cat had already climbed onto the robot's lap. At that moment, the girl just wanted to play with the cat, and the robot followed closely behind. But strangely, the cat kept calling at them. Because of the language barrier, the two couldn't understand the cat's needs. So the girl invented a talking scarf for the cat, and the next moment was the one to witness a miracle. The cat jumped onto the table and began its speech. First, the cat kept calling because it was hungry. Next, it said the girl was really bad at naming things. Finally, it used a cat-to-human age conversion to consider itself the girl's elder. Therefore, they needed to respect it and not touch it casually. So what use did this cat have? The robot immediately suggested returning it to where it came from. Fortunately, the cat understood how to retreat, but it still believed it was the oldest being in the house. So, when faced with the girl's mischief, it was very strict. But for some reason, when it saw the swaying dogtail grass, it was very moved. It seemed that even a talking cat liked to play. The kitten slept on a bench in the park. It was its favorite place to visit. The puppy also loved this place. Today, the cherry blossoms had fully bloomed. The falling petals made the puppy very excited. But at that moment, the kitten was attracted by the sound of a bell. In the next second, the kitten disappeared. The kitten often got lost, so the owner always posted missing cat notices. The kitten's friends also helped look for it. The kitten's best friend was the puppy. He was using his nose to follow the big cat that had a bell. But the kitten did not expect the puppy to be drawn into a strange yard by the smell of food. They happily enjoyed a big meal. But the real owner of the food soon showed up. When they saw the scary stranger, the two little animals immediately ran away. Meanwhile, the kitten's three friends studied the missing notice seriously. They decided to ask other animals for help. First, they found a black dog at the convenience store. He was a purebred competition dog and was very skilled, but always clumsy. No one knew how he had won the championship. Next was the slow yellow dog from the furniture store and the sweet white cat from the coffee shop. Finally, there was the tabby cat at the carpenter's home. He was good at climbing trees but often could not get down. The white cat and the calico cat searched together. They came to the same yard the kitten and the puppy had visited. Like them, the calico cat was also very interested in the food in the yard, but they did not know that the man had already been waiting. In the next second, he saw the beautiful white cat and fell in love at first sight. But the two cats had already run away. In the end, the kitten's friends asked the stray cat for help. The stray cat felt annoyed but still agreed. The sun was about to set. The puppy tried to stop the kitten from chasing the sound, but the kitten suddenly heard the bell again. It quickly followed the sound. It turned out to be the mother cat from its memory, but the mother already had new kittens. The puppy looked at the kitten with concern, but the kitten was still happy because it saw that its mother was living a good life. They decided to go home now, but then they realized the place was unfamiliar. This time, they were truly lost. Luckily, the puppy used his nose to find the way, and the hungry kitten smelled nearby food. Just as they were about to run over, the stray cat stopped them. He warned them not to be here. The stray cat pointed them toward the park and continued to wander alone. The two little animals returned to the park. Their friends were having a meeting there. When the others saw they were safe, they felt relieved. When the kitten learned the owner was looking for it, it rushed home and got a hug. Meanwhile, the man whose food had been eaten was also greeted by his owner. It turned out he was a dog owned by a new neighbor. The girl worked overtime and had just returned home, but she died suddenly because she was too tired. Fortunately, the gods felt sorry for her. They gave the girl a second life and granted her a superpower. But the gods did not expect that the girl still regretted not touching the cat downstairs. So the gods made every living creature except humans like her. In the next second, the girl was reborn as a baby. She lived in a happy family of 5. Her family loved her very much, and cute animals were always around her. This kind of life made the girl thank the gods. One day, her mother planned to go to the royal palace and took the girl with her. The girl played in the garden, and very soon a group of animals gathered around her. But then a pair of big eyes opened. It was an adorable white tiger. The girl played with it excitedly and even rode on its back. But she was stopped by a man. It turned out he was the owner of the white tiger. He lifted the girl off. The girl was unhappy, so the man simply put her over his shoulder. The white tiger gently picked the girl down with its mouth. The man was very surprised, because the white tiger was a holy beast and would not get close to anyone except its master. But in the girl's eyes, it was just a big cute kitty. This man had lost his dog. At his saddest moment, a pink puppy grew out of the mushrooms in his backyard. He thought it was an alien and quickly closed the door. But when he saw the puppy's pitiful look, the man was reminded of his dog. His parents had passed away, and that dog had been with him as he grew up, soothing the man's pain. But in the dog's final days, the man was busy with his career. When he finally returned home, all he could feel was deep regret. In the days without the dog, the man became numb, like a robot. Then, he met the mushroom puppy and convinced himself that this was the reincarnation of his dog. But the puppy firmly denied this idea. The man started to take care of the little creature, and life seemed to have a little more warmth. Whenever he looked at photos and felt sad, the puppy would comfort him. One evening, the man smelled smoke, and a flash of fire appeared outside the house. The puppy was burning the dog's belongings. The man watched it all and realized that he needed to make a change. The dead is gone, the living is here. At that moment, the puppy also burned the last of the dog's belongings, the boldest way to move on from sadness. The man understood the puppy's intention and finally forgave it. From then on, he had a new companion.